Greetings, hello, and welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm ImperialJedi, and it's finally time for another episode. And of course, the theme of today's episode is mass transit, so we're going to just jump right into it. I think we're actually going to start by redoing our main central transit hub, implementing some of the new buildings. I was thinking of just jumping right off the get-go with the new monorail kind of hopping through the kind of little corridor right here. But yeah, to implement all this, we're going to do some terraforming, redo some of the bridges, change around the rails, change the metro. Like, literally, there's so much to do here. And we'll, of course, go over everything that's new with the update. There's some free stuff and some paid content as well. I don't know if we'll be able to cover everything just right off the get-go. I think what we'll do is kind of progressively go over everything. But, I mean, right away you'll see that, like, things are so different, right? When you click on roads and stuff, right? See all the snap points and the nodes. The roads have names now. You can like change the junctions around. So there's like stoplight control. Like it's like a whole new game right here. It's pretty crazy. So let's let's jump into something pretty bonkers right here. Let's redo this this whole corridor. And I've been doing quite a few live streams for the game, so I have a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be trying to accomplish here. So hopefully this this works right on the first take. But if not, you know, we'll slowly piece it together. I think I'm kind of in the mood just to try stuff out and see what ends up working here. So my plan is, because I actually want to run the monorail below some of these bridges here, but I was having some trouble with that in some of the streams, so I want to just maybe terraform a little bit of this kind of valley, or whatever you want to call it, away, just maybe sink this little corridor into the ground a hint. Yeah, so let's just drop down a little bit here, not by anything too dramatic. That's probably a little bit too much even. Get all these pathways. Okay, does this go up like the littlest amount there? Yep, that's probably it. And let's go the whole way up. Get rid of all of this. I know it seems super dramatic, but like really very easy to put it all back in place. Let's move some of these buildings. And guys, totally feel free to ask me any questions you want about the new DLC. I'll definitely do my best to answer that. And hopefully I'll go over stuff too, but like, you know, feel free to drop a comment. If I do go over it, totally no problem too. Don't have to delete it, I'll probably still answer the comments anyway. Okay. Let's just finish terraforming this the whole way up. And we'll probably do a little bit more terraforming after, just kind of clean that little back part up a bit. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then so right away, I'll show you the building we're going to work with. Just over here. So this building is not going to line up if we, with the rail corridor, if we just put it on the road like this. We're actually going to have to do an extension road, which brings us out, I think, just one unit or so, just to kind of line up with that. And like, you know, we'll redo the pedestrian pathway and all that afterwards. And, goodness, I should have done this right before, but we need to delete our old lines. And, yeah, darn it. Is that the line there? What is that? Yeah, that's it, I think. Okay, cool. Because sometimes you end up with phantom stops and that you can't delete, or a phantom line. So before removing the stations, I really should have deleted the line first. But I think we got lucky there. Okay, so, a road. I think just one unit, I think, is enough. I think we actually need to be just that close, even. Let's line that up right there, not to interfere with our soon-to-be constructed bridge. And you know what? Let's toss some trees on there. Yeah, that's nice. Who doesn't like trees, right? Great. I think that lines up with the outside one. That's a great building. Like, a lot of detail went into this one. Don't worry about all these floating people. They'll be fine. But yeah, like a little info board, even a little, you know, trash receptacle, like newspaper box and stuff. I mean, it's cool. Please jettison your refuse into the properly labeled receptacles. When I worked at the movie theater, I used to say that kind of stuff. I would like you know, sneak in the back and get the microphone and talk over the PA system. Very, very weird person. I had fun though. You guys are learning more about me. That's kind of weird and cool. All right, so the only thing is, we're going to lose the ability to do a bypass on both the lines. I think we're going to just change that in. And so you're probably wondering what those little points are here in the rails. So those are the node points, and it makes things super easy for lining stuff up. So I can stop at a previous node. So we'll find right before the bank. You see where that is right there. So if I want to have the same bank go through here, it just makes things like so much easier. If you want to have like parallel highways, or you want to have bridges where the pillars all line up, it's just infinitely easier now. That's the kind of stuff I struggled with before, like trying to have to redo things 100 times, right? Which is ironic because I'm doing something again right here, but I think you know what I mean. It just makes things a lot easier now. That's pretty even. I won't be able to get it bang on, but definitely do our best. Cool. Like I said, we'll re-terraform this, and we'll probably end up hiding a lot of the imperfections with some trees and rocks and like that kind of stuff anyway. Alright. And so my thought is we can have one monorail connection that goes, say, like, you know, through like this, and then maybe we'll link up with here. We can probably redo that little bike connection, change this to a monorail road going that way, and just have like a station down here. Because the monorail stations themselves are fairly noisy, all things considering, so you don't really want to have them everywhere, especially in the residential zones. I think they're kind of good for like, yeah, office space, that kind of stuff. But I see them as similar to trains, where the stops are kind of spaced a little bit further apart than you'd maybe expect. But they're really fast, so they're great for like long distance kind of commuters. But yeah, we'll try something like that. We'll worry more about the core right here. And then I was thinking we could have another station, maybe even the one that has the buses, just be like right over here, for example. Maybe we can line this up with the coast. Oh, and this will be really cool actually, because we can have the tram and everything kind of hopefully work together here. Oh, I'm excited for this little spot. Yeah, let's take a little detour. Let's do something over here really quickly. This is all going to move, as we know. I'm saying it's temporary since the dawn of time, but we know it is. And I put this in sideways. Let's try that. Let's try that again. Okay, that's it. And so what we could do, so I can show you guys a little bit more of the newer stuff, right? Is we'd have, say, a road come out a little bit with a monorail track on it, and then, oh gosh, this is where things get crazy. All right, now is that straight, or is that, am I picturing that as crooked? No, it's this that's not straight. Oh. I'm very quickly going to reline this up, and you'll totally see why in just a second. Oh my, we have so much to do! It's going to take us a million episodes to get all this done. But we're going to honestly have so much fun along the way. I mean, I really have some great ideas for how we're going to implement some of the new stuff here. Okay, so I need that to kind of line up with this guy. So we'll just go like this just to find a some snap points. Great. As a bonus, that looks pretty cool too. Ah, the plot is thickening. Now, what's stopping us from having a monorail only go through here instead of having a road? Or even better, because I did want to get that park through here, right? Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. You can tell I've got a lot of fun ideas. Okay, that's going to prove a problem. I do want this to line up though, because that's going to be really sharp going across like that. Okay. So we are going to switch over to the monorail. I hope there's enough snap points to still get that park back in. I'm sure there is. This will just go right across like that. How's that height look? A little low on this side. I will say this, the monorails are a little finicky sometimes to get even Steven. Sometimes, especially on the hilled roads, they end up with a whole bunch of slopes. You can kind of see here the transition, this kind of stuff. It's a little tricky to avoid sometimes, so you just got to be aware of it. But yes, let's have not a dead end to this, but something like that even. And then hopefully we can get, maybe not the same park, but a park in here. Yeah, even just that, just to get some more, yeah. Some greenery. That's cool, you can see all the potential snap points. I guess we can't use those, but that we could use theoretically. Anyway, this in combination with some of the mods that are out there, holy smokes, you guys. And I don't know at this point if you guys are maybe starting to consider mods or not, but they're not so bad. What we'll probably end up doing, like I said a little bit earlier on in the series, is once we finish kind of all there is to do and see with the vanilla, we can definitely maybe download a few mods and start changing the city around a little bit. Like specifically the 81 tile, that'd be kind of fun. All right, now I got something crazy in mind for this whole shebang right here. Let me show you what I have in mind for this. So I want to have basically the monorail come through the downtown like this, right? And I'm probably going to end up putting another station in through here. Probably have to remove these people because it's going to end up being a little bit too loud. Move the park as well, which is totally no problem. Maybe not do that right now, but just kind of hold this as a little bit of a filler. But now we have a destination in mind. If we want to as well, we can also have a breakaway like this, which I think we're going to do because that looks really cool. And these things, it's sometimes just tricky to get the curve just the way you want it to. So sometimes you got to make your bends and your brakes a little bit exaggerated, maybe not in the spot you want them to. Otherwise, things might look a little bit too kind of wavy-davy in terms of your height. So totally, whatever your preference is for that kind of stuff. I'm, as you guys know, a little finicky when it comes to these kind of things. So I want to have this one go up and connect into this bridge right here. And then I want to have this one go underneath the bridge. We're going to have to move that rail over. Should be enough room for that, right? Yeah, perfect. I think we have to terraform a little bit further. Let's move this. You can tell I've got the master plan in the back of my mind right here. I'm trying to get it out. I'm going to delete this side of the bridge, which I know seems a little silly and expensive and stuff, but I do want to make sure we're lining everything up just the right way. And I let the game run a little bit, so we have oodles of money here, so we're okay. Yeah, so this would come to say about here. That one goes to the same point. You can see how easy it is now to find that same point. So there's that. And I'm actually going to redo that a little bit. So hopefully that's the same node points. So I want our bridges to line up here. Now, I don't know why it keeps doing that. We had that problem earlier. I think maybe because of the waves or something. I still don't have a final verdict on that. But, kind of going back to the mods again, if you guys are not afraid to use mods, or you're kind of looking to maybe, you know, start off and you're like, which one do I start with? The Move It mod, super, super handy. Because it allows you to redo these segments a little bit more cleanly. I guess is a good way to put it. So instead of having to redo everything, you can see where the node points are. With the Move It mod, you just click on your point like that, and you can use your page up and page down. You can literally like raise and lower the pillars, which is super handy. And you guys may have noticed already, we get one-way train tracks now, so we can make like interchanges for rail a lot more like, you know, smart than they were before. If I do that as one straight, will it work? Almost. We're making some progress here. And there's nifty, like, awesome new train stations. They're huge too. I don't know, like, I debated whether we were going to use them in our little downtown core, in their downtown station, but I don't think so, though. I think they're maybe a little bit too big for the look and vibe we're going for. Let's just leave that for the moment. I can always fix that out off camera. Alright, so we're going to have to delete this portion of the bridge, just so I can line up with that. But you'll see just how incredibly easy it is, though. So there's the node. Perfect. That's not the right height, of course. Wow, this game has a weird sense of humor when it comes to my construction. Maybe lower it a hint? That should be okay. just don't want it to be too steep coming. Oh, I went to the wrong snap point. Gotta bring this one. I was wondering why this is too easy. Okay, we're going to that one. And of course, right. Sense of humor, forgot. That's flush, but it might be a little tall. But I think we'll keep the flush aspect of it. Right, so that goes under like that. Beautiful, tons of room. Now we back this up, because I only needed it for the snap point, but now these are perfectly in line. When we do that, a little bit steep, but not maybe the worst I've seen. Debatable. I think we're going to keep it, because it is kind of what I'm after, but it is a little steep. But not the worst though. Okay, so there's that. And then I want this to be downgraded. Change that power line in a second. You know what? I'm actually gonna move this. I'm gonna delete it once I put this back in anyway, right? So. Okay, now I want a road doing the same kind of thing again over here, which just kind of breaks away. Just do that. And then I want, this is where things get a little bit tricky. I want to intersect right about here. And then just kind of come in like that, more or less. And the reason why I'm not going the whole way through like this and then up is just because of the height right here. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get all that to just look clean. Also, during the live stream, I was having some trouble with that too. So we'll just exaggerate our curves, make them a little bit longer. Not so bad. Maybe I should be a little bit too low here. Okay. Almost back on track. And again, going back to my little movement mod plug, so like what we would do now is we would use the movement mod to lower the pillar instead of having to redo what I'm doing right now. You can see I'm a little bit spoiled having used mods for the last little bit. But I know the solution to this is out there. There we go. It's just a matter of going nice and slow. Alright, that I will take. That looks nice and clean. Alright, cool. So let's do our power connection. Just going right into there. It's fine for the moment. I'm digging that. That's nice and clean again. That works. That goes across. Okay, let's finish up this little area here. Okay, so our tram track, let's bring that in. Just so we can visualize how that's going to be. Looks like we're not going to cross, or if we do, monorail, please. So that would go to there. I just don't know if we can switch over. I was hoping to do something like this, where we have like a tram crossing right before where the where that meets. Oh, it is doable. This is gonna be so cool if this works. Oh, yeah. That's so sweet. Alright, make this happen. Maybe do a little curve or something? Oh boy, come on. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Oh, okay. Maybe we end up having to do this. That's totally fine if that's the case, but I'm gonna try maybe. There it is. Yeah, but we go like that. That's fine. Okay, let me bring a set of roads coming into here, and let's actually use one of these new ones here. It's a really fun road. Big fan of this one. Basically got a sidewalk in the middle, which is awesome. Sidewalk on the outside. This one happens to have a bus and taxi lane, and only one driving lane. But it's also got like a little commercial kind of version too, right? So you put this on like your little commercial strip zones, and it's parking plus 1 lane of driving, and then center boulevard for kind of walking. Looks awesome. Like I love that street so much. Okay, so let's take our 6-lane road. Go down like such. Oh man, yes. And so now we have enough room for our tram to come through here. I want these to somehow connect. I don't know how that's gonna happen. That's gotta happen. Oh, that's gotta happen. I mean, that's not the worst just doing it like this, right? It would look so much cleaner if that went on the 45. And I just don't know. I think that if we back that up by like maybe 1 unit, that's probably like all it will take. We're gonna lose a little bit of that nice kind of curviness, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So now we come like that. Nope. Yeah, my wish for Christmas is the equivalent of the Move It mod being brought into the game, where you can can see the nodes, so hopefully we can have access and control of them. That would be like, whew, definitely a dream come true. Yeah, see, we have to go 1 extra unit. This is so tricky. Okay, so we just go 1 past this now. Okay. And now we switch from here to here. And then we hope that that's enough room for this and this. Oops. Come on. Still the same thing, eh? Oh, that's it. That's it. That's totally it. Yep. Okay, let's try and fix that little waviness, but that's totally it. Even that looks better. Ho ho ho, alright. Yes, sir, Bob. Oh, that's fantastic. As always, takes forever to do it. That's okay. Totally worth it. You know, it'd be really swell if we get this at ground level. We could make that into a stopping point for the trams. Intersecting point. I mean, just the game, I almost feel like we're playing like City Skylines 2. Like it blows my mind how much different the game is. And so like the nodes, the road naming, your junction control. So right here you can change your traffic lights, add stop signs. All of this comes with the base game. So you don't actually have to pay for anything to get this stuff now, which is so awesome. So you guys are probably at home playing with this right now, which is fantastically awesome. You get the new transportation buildings when you buy the DLC. That's pretty much all you get that's new. But like personally, I think this is one of the best DLCs they've done since After Dark. It could even be the best DLC they've done. Oh, that's so, I mean, that is awesome. So our trams stop here. This is buses built right into it. I mean, this is amazing. So lovely, like little benches, your info board. Oh gosh. And this building, it's just so fundamentally different than the other one. Like I really like it. Still same kind of style though, with that little, you know, log cabin-y kind of, not log cabin, you know what I mean, right? Gosh, I'm just overwhelmed. I can't even speak. But yeah, this is great. And so why don't we make the back a little bit of a bus entrance as well? Or why don't we change it to that, just for funsies? Or no, you know what? Keep the extra driving lane. That one can be the bus access. That's totally awesome. Totally awesome. Okay, so let's start wiring the rest of this up. And maybe we can get one little, just get these two kind of talking to each other. Let's get the rest of the bridges going. And yeah, put the pedestrian pathways in. But we'll make a little one-stop line. Just so we can kind of see the monorails in action. And then next episode, we'll just, you know, continue along with our build. But yeah, basically, yeah, this one will continue and probably follow along the corridor and just go down here. Maybe have 1 or 2 stops along the way. And then that one will go out and then this way. Might end, maybe continue. Might make its way over to the university eventually. Let's kind of see how it goes. We got a lot of fun things playing with this. And I'd still like to have the bypass so that trains can still go around the station. This is going to be for freight trains, and I think they're going to use it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, game logic aside or whatever, if there's a train stopping here, the faster route would be, you know, to go around, right? Now, I'm not going to be able to do that for the internal line just because of the way this is set up, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Our internal line's not too long. Let's put that back in place now, actually. So, internal line. And I'll show you guys something that's really, really awesome that also comes with the game now, which is going to be such a headache relief for so many of you. So if you're not actually making a double train station setup like what we had before, you can click on your trains and you can turn off the option for intercity trains. So that means trains from the region, like the orange ones, will not come to the train station anymore. So if you find that one's getting like too bogged down with traffic, or your regional traffic is like just way out of control, you can turn off some of the stations, and it's just, boy oh boy, the breathing room that creates. Let me show you these giant stations really quickly too. I know we're not going to use them just yet per se, but just so you can kind of see them. So one is an end terminal, and one is kind of a throughway. And they might be a little bit big for what we're after right now, but still something we could use later in the city. And the same idea, let me zoom in on them, same idea. They're so cool. A lot of time went into the buildings. But it's just a fun way to get, like, you know, multiple trains kind of converging and everyone transferring without having to do, like, you know, 15,000 train stations, kind of like what we had before. Okay, let's get back into this, get everything connected, get lines going. Let's color this one. That's our blue line. Great. Get some of these roads back in place. We'll reconnect all that, obviously, but I think we're going to do a little something in here, so let's just leave that for the moment. Even if it's just parking lots, maybe an expo center, I don't know, something kind of cool right there. But my priority is bridges and getting a monorail going. We're running out of time here. Okay, so a tram bridge going up and over here. I have to raise that by a hint. Great. Oh, you know what? That still might be a little, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit low. I know the game allows us to create the bridge there, but I think the trams are still going to, sorry, the monorails are going to clip through. So I'd like to raise that up a little. Yeah, just that extra little bit of room, I think, is just what just what the doctor ordered. Perfect. Okay, so the tram bridge is reconnected. Let's get this bridge now reconnected. Same idea. I think we're going to go a little tall with it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, that's not so bad. I believe there's enough room here for the monorail to go through as well. Yes. I can always change that off camera just in case as well, right? And then the last thing I believe is the pedestrian pathway, and then the metro, and then we'll put in our monorail line. So I guess not the last thing, it's a few things. Alright, so I'd like, maybe we can meet with this, and then go right over top like that kind of thing. So why don't we have that go, oh yeah, cool. Probably have to go really tall with this, realistically. Oh, beautiful. I think that's just enough height. Like, just enough. Same idea. If it's not, I can always change it when we're off camera. That's interesting. I was thinking of maybe doing like a spiral or something to kind of get down there, but we'll just put that in for the moment. I think that's totally just a-okay. Head over to our metro. All right. Make it as clean as possible, even though it's underground. Yeah, so we'll do the rest of the terraforming, the beautification, like, you know, fill this all out a little bit later on. Not going to stress about that now. Let's put in the metro line itself. And, you know, since we have a bit of a longer route, I'm actually tempted to maybe change this around a little bit. Because I want to have faster flow through on one of our stations here. So let me just delete this one. I'm going to change that around a little bit. So we'll start over here at our university campus. Head into our new hub. Great. Follow this one down to the station. Now my thought process for what we're doing now is I'm just trying to keep the stations moving a little bit faster by having trains not all stop on one platform. Because the way we had it before, it was like everyone was converging and waiting to stop when it came to right here. Everyone was just kind of waiting for here. These guys coming in as well. So that's, I think, a little bit faster for flow through. And then we'll just do a little mini line that just goes from like here, you know, back or whatever. Cool. And of course, these are always subject to change. Nothing is ever locked in cement here. Not even our tallest skyscrapers. That's kind of turquoise. That works too. Okay, so I'm going to press 3-speed now. We should hopefully see... Oh, goodness gracious me, what have you done? I'll let the water level... Oh gosh. Water level... level itself out. No, that's not going to work. So, terraform this upward. Redo these bridges really quickly. Darn it, just when you think everything's golden. You know what's funny? I thought that may have been a problem too when I was redoing this little part, and I was like, no, it'll be okay. No, it won't. Alright, well that's that fixed. It'll just take a few seconds for the water to recede. Oh, cannot build on water, of course. Patience, oh my goodness. Oh boy, oh boy. Just can't sink fast enough. Well, you know what, while this is evaporating, let's create ourselves a monorail route. I know this is super chaotic, but let's just roll with the punches here. So I'm going to click on new line. I'm going to be on the outside one. And we're just going to hop right over here and then hop right on back. And I'll show you guys something really nifty about the transportation lines themselves. You may have already noticed this when I was clicking on them. So let's click on this guy right here. So we now have the option to modify how many vehicles are on the line. Because here they are, relative spacing, how many they each hold. So if we want, we could jack our budget way up. That brings us up to 5 vehicles. You'll see them appear in a second. If we wanted to make it, you know, say like one just little tram going, or one monorail back and forth, we could do that as well. That's kind of fun, I think, right? And that works with any transportation line. And I wish there was a way to type in the number right there instead of having it just a little bit of guesswork. We got our monorails black. But how awesome is that, right? Like, that is sleek looking. Those are very nice. Very happy with this. You can see what I mean though about the bit of the height difference. That kind of can be a little bit of an issue, but overall not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, so our water is I think, receded. I think we can fix this now. But, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, no, I guess we're still waiting for that. So I think we'll end off our episode here. A little bit of chaos, but, yeah, definitely steps in the right direction. So I'll reconnect all this, and then we'll be, you know, golden for the next episode. But, yeah, first of many new episodes, guys, implementing the DLC into our city. So if you're on the fence, honestly, I highly recommend it. I think it's one of the best DLCs they've done yet. The game, honestly, keeps on getting better. So, I mean, Colossal Order, they're a great company to support as well. So, yeah, drop us some suggestions, guys. Let me know what you think. And, yeah, let me know if you're enjoying the DLC yourselves. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. All the best. Take care of yourselves, and great to be back. Sorry it takes so long in between episodes. Sometimes, you know, it's get a little bogged down in real life. All right, friends, see you later. All the best.